Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmad Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. We're going to start off with cricket. Cricket's going to be on the table today. We'll be discussing Pakistan versus Australia, the second one international underway at the Qaddafi Stadium in Lahore. Action live on PTV Sports HD in high definition. And so far, Australia is 232 for 2. 33.2 overs have been bowled. Ben McDermott is on 102, not out. He's just scored his century. Marnus Labuschagne is on 35, not out, off 26 deliveries. Australia is not just cruising, but they're cruising at a good run rate. They're probably trying to reach that 350 plus mark. We want to see them in high hopes, but it doesn't look like that it might be Pakistan's night. Australia is a very, very strong team, and in chase, you always need momentum, and we always have a collapse. So there is a huge difference when we talk about that. We'll be talking about that, and then moving on to women's cricket. Australia is not just dominating men's cricket, but they're also in the final of the Women's World Cup, and now England have beaten South African women's cricket team by 137 runs in the semi-final, and England women's team has qualified for the final of the ICC Women's World Cup in New Zealand. England will be facing Australia, and it's going to be once again an arch rivalry on display that we will see, an action-packed encounter, maybe a revenge of the Ashes. England already has the 50-over World Cup. You never know, they might want to take the women's crown as well. But Australia is a side to be reckoned with. They are a quality side of cricket when it comes to women's cricket as well. That is on the show today. Time now to introduce the guest. First of all, we've been joined by sports expert on Sports Extra. You always see him every now and then. Ali Mehdi is joining us. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum salam, I'm very well, Ahmad.
Good to have you on the show. And a cricket commentator and our cricket expert on PTV, Asif Ahmad, is joining us. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam, Ahmad. I'm good, but enjoying this Australian batting, to be very honest.
I wish we all had yellow jerseys. We should have been wearing them today. But I guess, Ali Mehdi, same story all over again. Australia cruising.
It makes no sense, Ahmad. I want to start off with second match running. Pakistan has actually won the toss. Why did they not bat first? I think that's the million-dollar question. Once again, it's a carbon copy of the first match. Australia got off to, actually this time it was a different start. Aaron Finch went early, but other than that, Travis Head played brilliantly with Ben McDermott, who's actually gotten his first century, and since then they've been cruising along 230, 240. Last match we saw that Australia made about 310. Pakistan contained them to just above 300, but this time they're looking very formidable, and unfortunately Pakistan hasn't learned from their mistakes, and it looks like they'll be getting a big score this time.
Big score is on the cards indeed, but Asif Ahmad, I'm sure the story is no different. Million-dollar question is winning the toss and bowling first. What could be the reason?
I don't think so that the reason is pretty much hidden. The only thing is that Babar Azam wants to chase, and he's pretty much hopeful, and he wishes and he desires that Pakistan could become really good chaser in his captaincy, the only thing. Rest, if you talk about the strengths and weaknesses of Pakistan cricket team, that we aren't good in chasing, to be very honest, that if you talk about, and if you watch the last match, the way Pakistani batters played, and while you're chasing to a plus 300 plus, and Rizwan and Babar Azam aren't scoring good, aren't scoring 70s and 80s, and let's suppose in one of the batters scores.
Pakistan looks very comfortable. I think they realize it's going to go 300 plus, and they're just banking on the chase, as Asif Ahmad has also highlighted, that they want to chase it down. They want to prove to themselves that they're a good quality chasing side, and maybe they want to make amends for the first one international and tell everybody, look, we can chase. It's just a one-off that we couldn't do that.
Can I make a comment?
Of course,
I do remember that we were playing against South Africa in South Africa, and it was a Tri-Nation series. Actually, we were playing against Sri Lanka, and Pakistan have chased around 300 first time, and you know that who scored? Yes, Inzamam scored 100.
Kimberly.
So, do we have any player quality like Inzamam? There's a question.
I think it's a big question, and I think it's another million-dollar question. So $2 million now up for grabs. But Ali Mehdi, we understand the way Australia plays. We understand our weaknesses as well. The toss will be the toss. Everything is done. We can't change it. Now you're going to be chasing it down. You saw your chase in the last game. I would pray that Fakhar Zaman fires today. Otherwise, it might be curtains tonight as well.
No, I completely agree with you. Look, the problem over here, Ahmed, and I think Asif, I would agree, is that we are so dependent on that top order of ours. We're so dependent on the likes of Fakhar, Babar and then also Imam, who got a brilliant 100 the other day, that, there's so much, we're so dependent on them because we know that our middle order is over there, is so feeble over there. There's no intensity, there's no power in that middle order. And they have no confidence. We have world-class players up top, but what do we have in the middle order? I'm sorry, but, the likes of South Shakil, the shot he played the other day to Travis Head, it just showed that, he's very ordinary. He's very good in the domestic circuit, but on the international, he probably doesn't cut the mustard. Other than that, I thought Rizwan also, played, was a bit, you'd really hoped for the best for him. That was an opportunity for him to go along with Imam.
But Ali Mehdi, I'm going to come to Asif with this question as well, and you as well. Both of you can answer that Rizwan's position is not comfortable for him even as well.
Well, I agree. It's a really good point. And once again, Ahmad, whenever he comes up with genuine points, with genuine points concerning cricket, I really enjoy this, to be very honest. Number 3, if you talk about the number 3 or number 4 position, Babar Azam or Rizwan, they're the batters, like they can bat anywhere. But in 50-over matches, when they're chasing above 315, all the pressure definitely shoulders on the Rizwan and Babar. So if you're not giving them proper time,
3 and 4.
Yeah. So 3 and 4. So that's why they're struggling. And as Ali said, that the way Rizwan on the other night, the way he went, for the sweep shot and threw his wicket. The only thing is that Babar Azam and the Rizwan, they want some time to spend some time over the track and settle down there, and then they will go even 7 and 8 average as well. Other than these two batters, we're still struggling, and Saud Shakil will have to perform, would have to prove that he's good, and his selection is on the merit, of course. That, and I don't want to talk about Khushdil Shah and Iftikhar good, because Ali is smiling and I don't want to smile, honestly.
If I even take out a filter of the scores that Mohammad Rizwan has been able to achieve on different positions, then number 5 is not the place for him to bat.
Yes.
No, I agree. I think that look, what do you want in ODI cricket, Test cricket, even in T20? You want to have your best players up top. You want them to get majority on number of the balls. So I think it comes without saying that who is your best player over there in the middle order. It is Rizwan. Play him at number 4. I mean, it makes no sense to play him at number 5 or 6, because he's that sort of a player who is actually very good at maneuvering, the ball around, taking those singles, hitting those boundaries, but he needs time at the wicket too. So it's a no-brainer. You put him at number 4, and then you'll see his confidence will come out and he'll play much better cricket and get the big score, hopefully.
And can I make a comment?
Of course.
Okay, I have watched 2 fours by McDermott.
And you were stunned.
Yes, actually treat to watch, honestly, and it was against Wasim Jr. It was punches on the back foot and just targeting square and the point area. To be very honest, that if you talk about the class of Australian batters, Aaron Finch, Travis Head, and then Marnus Labuschagne, then McDermott, the Alex Carey. You got 5 really good batters there.
Asif, I've got a question. You talk about the straight bat and the punch shot. I wish we had a bat here in the room and we could probably imitate that. But whenever they're hitting shots, the Australian side, it's a very common layman question. I'm asking this on a point of people who don't understand cricket probably. They never look like they're slogging. Even if they're going for big shots, they never look like they're slogging. They've got such balance. And even if we're trying to play a cover drive, it will look like we're trying to play a slog.
Really important. Once again, good question. Look, if you see his timeline, that the McDermott I'm talking about, he scored a century. And 80% of deliveries he has middled with his bat.
Absolutely.
It's really important, that. And this class was what they say then were that even he was going for the single, he middled the ball. And if you're not coming up with the proper middling, and you can't play square cuts, you can't play drives, you can't play even pull shot, hook shot, whatsoever. So this is called class. And when we talk about the players and the batters who are just playing with the straight bat, talk about Virat Kohli, talk about Babar Azam. This is their class, is that even there's no need to go for the hairy-fairy shots, as you said, they go for the slogging. Just go for the straight bat, and I watched the way he was playing against McDermott, against Shaheen Shah Afridi, and hitting, over the baller's head. It was perfect timing. It's all about your timing, is that? And this is what made you the classy player. So I think the youngsters who are watching, just try to play in the V. This is when you are stronger in the V. Let me take the name Michael Bewin, scoring 50 without a boundary just with the singles. Why? And then you're just winning the match, going with the 80s not out, 70s not out, and your strike rate is 100, and when you see the boundary is only 1 or 2. Why? Because the mentally was so strong that he could hit anywhere, anytime, because he was so strong in the V area. So just try to play on the mid-off and the mid-on. This is your areas. When you're stronger there, you can play anywhere.
You can play anywhere. Importance of singles is another important factor that Pakistan has been able to miss out. The amount of dot deliveries in that chase and then getting the run rate up to 10 was another question mark. But so far, Australia are firing on all cylinders. You can see the action on the bottom side of the screen as well. That early Mehdi, they're really going after the bowlers right now.
They're really going after them. They've learned from... This is the thing, Ahmad, about the Australian cricket team. They learn from their mistakes. They made mistakes in the last game. They played some false shot and they lost their way in the middle. Otherwise, they were cruising to 350, 360. Pakistan has given them the opportunity to actually bat again, but to come bat first. And they've learned from their mistakes. You can see they're playing much more responsible cricket. And unless Pakistan gets a flurry of wickets, they're easily going to get above 350. And when it comes to Pakistan, has never chased above 350, 362. So it's going to be very difficult for Pakistan. And this is the amazing thing about the Aussies is that, they play aggressive, they play attacking cricket, they learn from their mistakes. And then that's why, they are T20 champions and multiple times, winners in the ICC Cricket World Cup.
Well, so far, if you look at the stats, then only Mohammad Wasim Jr. has gone through 8 over Zaid Mahmood with 7. He's bowled well, 49 for 1, 7 the economy rate.
I don't know why you're not telling about Iftikhar.
Well, I was going to come to that.
And Khushdil.
Sir Iftikhar Ahmad has so far bowled about 4 overs, 38 runs, 9.5 his economy. Has been wicketless, 38 runs. Like I said, he's given Khushdil Shah is into his 4th over. He's given 36 as well. So these were your 2 options that you were considering that they will get you a breakthrough. No, they didn't.
Look, this is your planning that you're coming up with the 4 bowlers and 2 players, and you're calling them the batting all-rounder or the bowling all-rounder. You tell me.
Mixed all-rounders. I think even they're not sure what their role is in the side. That's what I believe.
Yes, you're right. And this is injustice actually, and that's why Pakistan is lagging, and we can't play and we can't perform in front of Australia. The team like them, they are a tremendous team. They just enjoy the cricket, and they showed in the Test cricket as well. The way they won against Pakistan. In Pakistan, they beat us 1-0, and I think that the way they're playing, they'll go 3-0. The way they're playing. Sorry to say this, because that I'm with Pakistan. I want Pakistan to play well, perform well, but. Where are your techniques? Where are your plannings? You are coming up with the 4 bowlers, 2 extras, and they're giving plenty of runs, all the pressure on your batters, and your batters are already in pressure. So they can't chase 300, sorry.
Ali Mehdi, should we get Babar Azam to bowl? Can that make a difference?
Why not? He took a wicket. He took a wicket when he was in Test cricket too. Actually, he broke a partnership, if you not remember, against Alex Carey. So, look, the way Pakistan is going right now with their bowling, it shows that we really over here we actually lack a lot of depth over here, versatility over here, and importantly, I don't think he would have made much of a difference. But we are really missing Shadab Khan. Shadab Khan is actually our best bowler in white ball cricket over the past 6 months.
Because you said that Asif is a big fan of Shadab Khan. I know that. I'm personally a fan of Shadi as well. I think he's a great find for Pakistan, a complete cricketer. But the point is, Asif, that he also needs his rest. He's also human. Do you have a replacement? You don't.
We don't have replacement, honestly. If you talk about Zahid, he started well in the first match. He was okay, fine. But you cannot replace Shadab Khan. And because Shadab Khan is a tremendous fielder, a tremendous athlete. If you talk about his batting, he improved a lot in last couple of years, especially in white ball cricket. He is performing so well with the bat. In PSL, he did a really good job for Islamabad United. So I think that, yes, we are missing him, but the good thing is that we're giving him rest because, and this is the time for the youngsters. Zaid, you're giving chance, you've taken a chance, now perform well.
Zaid. I think you should give him more chances. And I agree with you that Usman Qadir should have been in this playing 11 right now.
So are you going with the two leggies?
I think we should. Instead of having Iftikhar and Khoshdil with a similar role that you just need them to bowl, obviously in the batters they become the same. They don't have a higher average. They're going to be only useful for strike rate.
But you could expect something extraordinary in batting from Iftikhar. That's why.
He's a youngster, you know, give him time. He's just 31 right now.
No,
right,
but
Mehdi?
I believe that we really missed out on Usman Qadir over here. Look, whatever you say about Usman Qadir is a bit of a maverick. He either plays really poorly or performs extremely well.
Complete leg spinner.
Complete leg spinner, and he has an excellent wrong and it's very he deceives everything which is inherited from his father too, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame today. But look, you know, I think we needed to change the team a bit. Like we brought Shaheen, we should have made some extra changes to probably bring
But
Usman
like we're
Qadir.
saying that Babar's got complete control over the side, then Usman should have been playing if Babar has control.
I think that then why Imad Wasim is not playing? If Babar Azam, if the same thing is with the Imad Wasim, then you know that we were talking in another show as well that there is something going on. I'm not sure, but the sixth sense is telling me that something is going on between Babar and Imad. If not, then why Imad is not playing? Because you know that he's a white ball specialist, the way he bowled, and you know that he could bat on number 6, 7 as well.
He's effective against Australians.
Yes, effective against Australian. So I think something is going on. On the other hand, when we talk about the leggies and two leggies, I think good idea, because you know the way Australian went and Zampa and Swepson bowled really nicely in first match. So
and even Travis Head.
yes, you are right. So as you know that
we have Travis Head, we have Iftikhar Ahmad. You see the difference, and then you consider what's happening.
Well, once again, you're getting funny. You know.
Ahmed, look, life is too serious. For me and Ali Mehdi have been supporting Pakistan cricket and Manchester United.
And Roger Federer is gone.
And Roger Federer. What do you expect from us? You know, we're two heartbroken sports fans.
We need something. We need something to cheer us up right now. So to see Pakistan perform like this is heartbreaking.
But gentlemen, on a very serious note, being very professionals, Asif, first of all, do you think Pakistan can chase it down tonight?
I wish.
You wish.
But
you
they
can't.
But
they can't.
Seriously.
Ali Mehdi?
Look, if you're asking me bluntly, wishful thinking. I think 350 above. It's going to take a momentous effort from a mammoth chase for Pakistan. Look,
even if they don't chase it down, Imam gets.
Look, as long it's not about Imam. As long as we get close, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's very important.
Absolutely, I think the guests have called it as well. But moving on, the match is going to be live on PTV Sports HD high definition. You can catch it all there. I'll just give you the latest update. 37 overs, 249 for 3. That means that they still got 13 overs. Even if they score 100 in these 13 overs, they're getting 350. Cricket. Australians are not just dominating Pakistan, but their women's side is also in the final of the World Cup. But who's going to be facing them? It's going to be the English women's cricket team that has beaten South Africa women's cricket team in the semi-final of the Women's World Cup in New Zealand by 137 runs, and they've qualified for the final. 3rd of April, the final is going to happen between England and Australian women cricket teams. Arch rivalry on the encounter, and you can catch the action live on PTV Sports HD in high definition. Ali Mehdi, can't get better than this. Two of the best sides in the world in women's cricket.
Look, it goes hands down that Australia and England in the women's format are the two best teams in the world. They've dominated the World Cups for the past few years. If you look, other than New Zealand, nobody has won the World Cup as many times as England and Australia. England being defending champions, the way they demolished South Africa today, the way Australians demolished West Indies, we have a cracker of a final. But I have to put one thing up for you today. The way Sophie Eccleston bowled with those 6 wickets today, you know, with the 6 wickets today.
Control on the delivery.
No, control, the versatility, you know, the sort of, you know, you could say that, you know, how much acumen she had. Absolutely brilliant. And honestly speaking, you can't ask for a more mouth-watering final than the Aussies and the English.
Asif, excited? Australia, English women cricket teams, best in the world, so much on offer.
Same excited and dejected as well, because I didn't see the same performance from the Pakistan women team. And, you know, when we talk about the cricket and we talk about the green shirts, either from the men or the women team, that if they're not playing well, we can't be happy, of course. But on the other side, that you know, we watched a tremendous cricket from England, the way they came up, 137, huge margin, and they defeated South Africa. So South Africa were looking quite good in pool matches. They were really good, and even Pakistan played good against South Africa, and we lost, I think, around 7 or 8 runs, I think, against them. Yeah, it would be a really fantastic match, and you know, always we enjoy Australia and England either ways in the men teams, in the
whatever
Ashes,
format
yeah,
you have.
whatever the format is. So it would be a good match, and this time I'll be going with England.
Well, you're going with England. That's
Yeah.
interesting. So Ali Mehdi, they can have both the crowns, the men's 50 over World Cup and the women's as well.
I think it's Aussies. I'm sorry. The way the Aussies played the other day, they've been absolutely
Please
brilliant.
don't talk about pizza, okay? Now this time,
No, I'm serious. I actually feel that with Ellis Perry coming back, she missed the semi-final and she's one of their best players
Look,
too.
once
With
you're
Elisa
a-
Haley, I mean,
once-
they've got a brilliant team.
Once you're a host, you have complete control of the show, unless you have Will Smith on the other hand, which I don't. So I think I will be calling the shots. Asif is going for England. Ali Mehdi is going for Australia. The pizza has been finalized and has been communicated to me by Arslan Sherazi Saab. So it is on the line. He's the judge. And both of
Let's
you
hope
are
whoever side he's on, they are going to win because he has a near perfect record, and honestly, whoever that produces with, they're probably going to win. So let's hope for the best.
But it's on the line, both of you. Thank you very much for placing the bets. We always enjoy a good laugh. But on a very technical note, Asif, like you mentioned, they're very disappointed by the Pakistan women's cricket team, and we are. But we'll talk about this on another day. We've had a lot of discussion. Yeah. But I mean, the bar has been set so high. How quickly is women's cricket evolving? Just look at the power hitting abilities of these ladies and the way they're bowling with technique now.
imagine that Dendra Doughton from West Indies, and she is hitting a 6 over the extra cover. How powerful she is. And when you talk about the power hittings, even we're missing in the men's team in Pakistan. Honestly.
You want to hire Deandra as your power hitting coach?
The power hitting coach is there, but once again, your individual efforts, it counts really that how much you're working hard with your abilities and capabilities. So if you're working hard, definitely you'll be getting results. And the women cricket nowadays evolving day by day, getting more enthusiasm from our women, and even on colleges level, they've started some tournaments, and Pakistan Cricket Board is planning for the women PSL as well. So yes, so things are there, and now this is the time that if we are supporting our girls, this is the time they should perform well. So the Pakistan flag should be high.
It should be high indeed, and it should be the case. But because Ali Mehdi, you're backing the ruse, we know that the Aussies have got something special up their sleeves. If it's men's cricket or women's cricket, if they come out strong on their night, you're not going to defeat them.
You cannot beat the Aussies. Look, they've done it time and time again when it comes to the women's format, the men's format. It's not only cricket. Look at the other sports. They've dominated all the other sports. You could talk about rugby, you could talk about track events, everything for that matter. It's inbuilt in their system. The thing, Ahmad, is if you have a good sports system over here, good sports academy, then you're going to rule the world. And that's why the Aussies are mentally so strong, because even in matches which they've lost, they always come out on wins. So that's why my money is on the Australian. Hopefully I will win.
Hopefully you will win. But whoever wins, pizza is on the table on the 3rd of April. But that'll be that. K. Asif, Ahmad and Ali Mehdi, thank you very much for joining us on Sports Extra. One thing is for sure, that on the 3rd you're going to watch this final of the Women's World Cup from New Zealand on PTV Sports HD in high definition. Australian women cricket team against the English women cricket team. A cracker of a game. Whoever wins is going to take that crown of being crowned the champions of women's 50 over cricket. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very competitive as well at the end. That's all we have time for. Catch us tomorrow once again from me and the entire team. It's goodbye for now.